With drugs, like most people did in the 60s that I grew up with around. And I was in a car accident in 1993. I was buzzed by an airplane in the Nevada desert out by Pyramid Lake, which is a very incredible place north of Reno, Nevada. It's an Indian reservation and a magical and mysterious place. And my life changed there in more ways than one. I was in a car accident and I received a brain trauma, and it left me sometimes having 5-6 gram moles a day. Many epileptics do not receive any benefit from taking the pharmaceuticals that are available for patients suffering from spasticity or epilepsy. And I happen to fall into that 25%. However, I took lots of drugs. And if you think what the American government, the FDA, can get away is a strong right. It's far more potent than anything I've ever had from the streets. But it left me debilitated and mindless and psychotic. And when Mike read that marijuana could be useful to treat laboratory-induced seizures in rats in a medical journal that was published in '73, I think, which is when I had a car accident, I didn't believe it. I'd already been spending loads of money to see my neurosurgeon, taking the finest drugs that the FDA had to offer, and they didn't work. And I really did not think that marijuana could do what it did. But living a life underwater and under that drug life, that weight, it was just like living underwater, under the weight of drugs. I decided to try marijuana, and I decided to try it very systematically, roll joints, keep a record, and eventually I was able to quit taking the pharmaceutical medicines, of which there were 5, and of which I was addicted to 2. I was able to remove those completely from and no longer use marijuana as natural medicine, but use it only. I use it solely. I was arrested with Mike in 1992. We've been giving away pot for 18 years to friends and family members. We had 20 that had died at that point from AIDS and cancer. And we were already, as I say, supplying pot to people and growing kind of Luther Burbank style, where we'd start 100 seeds, and then we'd cull out a lot of females, almost all males, and we did selective breeding. And we were lucky, and also both of us grew up in organic gardens. In my Italian garden, we made seeds of everything, so we had kind of a head start on breeding, and we didn't screw many things up. Some of what you're seeing, it's kind of hard, probably difficult in this overhead to see. There are photographs of our garden in California, and after the second arrest, I was the first person in the state of California to challenge the law on medical necessity and won. I was rearrested by the sheriff, who was still serving as our sheriff at that time. What happened is that I thought that marijuana could grow legally as much marijuana as we want to grow and give it away, and that was not the case. He came down and took our second crop, but we went quite public at that time, and I started a collective of patients, an alliance of people mostly with terminal illness. And in this alliance, we grow marijuana, we breed it, we work together, we have a board of directors, we run a nonprofit. All decisions are made in a collective manner. It seems to help with the process, and that allows us to supply marijuana for free. And that's what I'm here to talk about, really. I'm here to talk about the revolution. And the revolution, this is not to take away from entrepreneurship and capitalism, because I arrived here on a plane, and definitely it takes money to do that. The question that arises is the cost of marijuana on the black market is setting this illicit, the illicit market is setting this price that's a fixed price, but it's not based on the value of marijuana. We suspect as patients that marijuana is based more on its value to relieve suffering. What we hope is that we can illuminate growers through growing ourselves, through small organizations like WAM, but also eliminate other growers to either kick down some of their wares, to drop the prices. The people that are really being served are people that don't have much money. Even in America, if you do have insurance and your copay for insurance is probably 20%. 20% of a $350,000 illness. Well, you figure it out. You don't have much money to pay your rent. You don't have much money to buy your food. You certainly don't have very much money to buy pot. And if you are buying pot, you're not buying food. Many of our patients live on $661 a month. Santa Cruz is the second most expensive city in the United States, following San Francisco, to live in presently. You can imagine that it's really great to belong to part of a collective. We do a process where we educate patients. We offer seedlings, we offer females, and folks grow inside. This is everybody in this photograph, this is the garden, a small shot of it. And this is the garden. Everyone here has AIDS in this photograph. But what WHAM does is it brings people kind of out of the isolation of their illnesses. And illness really does that to a lot of folks. You get new friends because sometimes your old friends really can't handle watching that change that happens in your life when you're wasting or when you're suffering or facing what it brings up in us to look at suffering in our own deaths. This is Gay Pride, where we do a lot of our outreach in San Francisco. And this is me smoking a bong hit with a beautiful leg cop in the background. That's just watching and smiling. She's a little hazy too from that bong hit, I suspect. But Gay Pride has been really instrumental part of our support system. And many of the activists that are members of WHAM are gay and have fought a huge struggle to support, to find the support that they've needed to face the homophobia, to face the derision that surrounds AIDS, to face illness that's happened. They've already been activists. So to fight this next step from here